Hello and welcome back to Cars of Glasgow. I'm Thomas and today you join me at HB Motors here in Glasgow, and we're going to be taking a stroll down memory lane with the Mercedes Benz E300 Bluetec hybrid estate. Now this is a diesel hybrid Mercedes Benz that you just do not see in 2024, so I'm really excited to get this on the channel and experience a Mercedes from 2012, so stay tuned for this video. So here we have the W212 Mercedes Benz E-Class 2012. This particular car, as you can see, this just reminds me of my youth because my aunt had one of these as an E250 CGI back in the day, and I was really excited to get this on the channel today. Now I love the quad headlights you get on this generation of E-Class, because after this they merged it all into one with the facelift. This one's black with the 17-inch alloy wheels, and we do have the kind of pickle fork indicators on the side of the mirrors, which are quite nice. The E-Class is absolutely huge and it competes with vehicles such as the Audi A6 Avant and the BMW 5 Series, being that kind of luxury premium vehicle. Now the diesel hybrid was a rare concept because I think Peugeot and Citroen had it with the DS5. I can't remember the Peugeot version back in the day. It was short-lived, the diesel hybrid concept, unfortunately, but this did have a claimed over 60 miles a gallon. I've read online you can get about mid-40s, 50s to a gallon in the hybrid, so take what you want, but you're getting that hybrid in diesel efficiency, I think is the concept behind this. I just like the style of this E-Class, like it's quite boxy, it's kind of, you know, it's got a bit of elegance to it as well, and huge practicality. Like the boot in this vehicle is huge, and it is power operated, which is nice as well. You can even see there, the little boot lid cover goes up and down with the boot. So go ahead and close the boot because it's electric. Touch the button and you can see the boot cover goes down with the boot itself. How cool is that? Now I'm going to go ahead and jump inside the E-Class. Now this is interesting for me because it just takes me back to kind of being a childhood of, this is about 12 years old now, this car, and it's just cool to see what Mercedes were doing back in the day. So we do have the stock up here on, for the gear selector, sorry, is up on the stock, which is interesting because I don't see it in too many cars. All the way down for drive, all the way up for reverse, and P for park, like so. On the left hand side here we have your cruise control, and now when I first got in this car I completely forgot this generation of Mercedes, the wipers were down on the indicator, so you had to rotate that to get your wipers going. So yeah, remember that if you're looking at this car. This car does have little paddles behind here as well. On the steering wheel we do have these buttons here on the left and right that control the little screen in the middle there. I said I had it just on, there we go, 21.2 miles to a gallon today, 14, there we go, energy flow just like you would see in Attil's Lexus products, quite cool to see as well. You can cycle through the instrument display there. Right hand side you've got voice command, your phone, your radio, all that good stuff. You have this little silver knob here that you can turn to scroll through your radio stations and things like that. This one doesn't have sat nav, but you can scroll up to telephone or go into system, like so. And if I went to turn the volume knob, it's literally a knob. And if you got fed up with that, or you're driving at night and it's hurting your eyes, go ahead and turn it off and the screen goes away. Now we do have a nice kind of classic looking air vents that are kind of brushed silver, and the hazard switch is nice and easy to locate in the middle there. So this one's also got this kind of burled wood effect, maybe even walnut or something like that. You can see it a little bit better down in the centre console. I do like that. And the dash up here is, you know, is rubberized and texturized. But yeah, this is a high-end Mercedes for back in the day. Do have a softly damped glove box with a shelf, so you can even get your logbook up there and enough room down there for sweets and things for a road trip. It's pretty impressive. I also like the fact we've got heated seats that are buttons. You know, you just don't get that these days, and these have been cooling down. These go work their way down from 3 to 1 automatically as the heat in the car heats up. Buttons down here for your climate control, as well as things like your aircon, rear mist, etc. Down below we've got this little tray here that slides back, 12 volt power outlet, a non-smoking tray, but don't know what you would use that for. Cup holders there. You can even lift that out as well if you want to put a little bit of something else in there, maybe like your modern day iPhone or something like that in there. As you've seen before, this controls the command screen up there. Eco and sport mode for your transmission. Now this is quite neat. So this is a split centre armrest, and you just literally lift this up and it pops open. As you can see inside there, we've got a USB port, an auxiliary port, and it's all lined with the fuzzy stuff. So that's nice to see. Then here we have physical buttons like this telephone pad down here, which I just don't think anybody's going to be using, and radio, sat nav, etc. Hard key buttons as well if you don't want to use a little silver rotating knob. Even a CD player in here. You could go in here and play a CD if you wanted. This button here folds the rear headrests down, just makes life a little bit easier. And we've got a parking sensor on and off button here as well. Up top we do have a lot going on. We have the door lights, we've got all the dome lights here, towing, then we've turned the alarm off, the reading lights, etc. Being 2012, this is what you got. I do like the fact Mercedes have put a little bit of design onto the red texture here for the top of the casing for the cover, but yeah, there's not too much going on up here in terms of functionality, just a lot of buttons for lights and what they can do. As you can see with the visor, they are kind of a nice soft plush material. I do like this kind of beige contrast in this car, and yeah, you get little vanity lights. And as you can see, it's got a variety of warning labels in various languages on the head visor. Now the door cards are a nice plush material. I do like this kind of red in the middle here, and the beige colour with that stitching is quite nice as well. And as you can see, we've even got a little bit of mood lighting as well. This is Mercedes Benz mood lighting from 2012. The seats in this E-Class are quite squared off. As you can see, they're not as maybe sporting or as exciting looking as modern day seats, or even maybe like the BMW M Sport of the era. However, they are comfortable, and you do have little support in there you can change by adjusting this lever. And I think you could do long distance road trips in this. I could imagine this car going across to Europe, to the nice south coast, south of France, from this wet, dreary Scottish weather. Gauge cluster here, so we've got things like your charging mode on the right hand side here for your hybrid. We have the tachometer here. Right in centre we've got the LCD screen with the speedo that goes around it. I think 155 miles per hour would be optimistic in this car, but who knows. We do have a rather large clock up front here. I thought that was quite an interesting feature when I got into this E-Class. And then your fuel gauge over on the left hand side. No heads-up display or anything, but you are going to see this little plastic trim up here, and that is for your parking, because Mercedes-Benz of this era, these lights go together the closer you get to a car. So that's quite an interesting feature of the parking sensors in this vehicle. And over on the right you can see we've got the key, manual key to turn in, fog lights, full beam, auto lights, parking lights. You can dim your lights when you're towing. And then on the door here we've got things like your mirrors to fold adjustment, and the buttons for your electric windows, and even door lockout in the back. And down below we've got a little bit of storage there, and a button for your boot release. Now let's go ahead and jump into the back of the Mercedes Benz E-Class, because I'm sure it's going to be as spacious as it is on the front here. As you can see in the rear of the E-Class, the doors open a fairly decent size, and now this car can be used for, there's taxis in Germany, these can be chauffeur cars depending where you are in the world. You know, these E-Classes were built to carry rear passengers in comfort, and they do not disappoint. You've got a wide aperture, you've got nice quality materials, as you can see with the wood, the plastic and the leather on the door card, metal trim for the sills, and even the seats themselves are the same plush material that you can see up front, and you can see how thick in padding they are. Back here, as you can see, we've got plenty of room. The seats are super wide and comfortable, and you could probably get 2 adults and a child back here. So I'm behind myself, and I've got reasonable amount of legroom, headroom. I've got acres of the state kind of roof shape helps with that. Nice squared off, plenty of shoulder room. And you know, you're going to be comfortable back here. I could easily see this being a road trip car, load up with suitcases or luggage, go away for the weekend with your family. You've got teenagers back here, kids and child seats. It's a nice, spacious, practical vehicle. And in front of me here, we even have a little bit of kind of map pockets, airplane style, that allows you to keep things like, I guess, iPads and that. And then down here, we've got a 12-volt power outlet again, or cigarette lighter depending on what country you're in, and a little bit of storage, which might be nice. Sure, back in the day, I'm not sure. And Mercedes Benz gave us some climate vents back here as well. We do have a centre armrest. We do have cup holders in here, so touch that button, springs out, and there's your cup holders there. They do look fairly big and, you know, adjustable for larger bottles or things like that. And again, above me, you're going to see that parking sensor light up here, so the driver can look into the mirror and see those lights go closer together as you back up, because this particular car, in the era of the car, does not have a camera. And again, I do like the kind of mood lighting back here, and this kind of texturized door card is quite a nice material. So I just want to say thank you so much, guys, if you made it this far to watch the Cars of Glasgow video on the Mercedes Benz E300 Bluetec Hybrid Estate. What a mouthful that is to say. A special thanks to HB Autos for allowing me to film this car today. I thought it'd take me a wee flashback to 2010, when I was probably last in one of this generation's E-classes. If you made it this far in the video, why not give it a like, subscribe to the channel below, comment below any thoughts on the car, and I'll leave all my social media links below for Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, etc. As always, stay safe. Thanks for watching. Ciao.